It's the Joe Padula Show, Clarksville's conversation.
Absolutely.
President Donald Trump, First Lady Melania Trump, test positive for coronavirus. Tuesday, we saw him at the debates, or whatever you want to call those things that happened on Tuesday. But yeah, shortly after midnight, he and First Lady Melania Trump tested positive for the coronavirus. Donald Trump tweeted. I get indications. My phone goes off, ping, whenever he tweets. 2 o'clock in the morning, I'm waking up. I go, Donald, what now? Is everything all right? He tweeted this. Tonight at FLOTUS. That's First Lady of the United States, FLOTUS, Melania Padula. I'm Trump. Tonight at FLOTUS, and I tested positive for COVID-19. We will begin our quarantine and recovery process immediately. We will get through this together. All caps together. So that was that was 11:54 p.m. Okay, so yesterday. So nonetheless, all right, the president said that they will be doing that. So Melania Trump also tweeted, as too many Americans have done this year, at POTUS and I are quarantining at home after testing positive for COVID-19. I won't do a Melania impression. I can't do it. We are feeling good. I have postponed all upcoming engagements. Please be sure you are staying safe, and we will all get through this together. Well, just now, another one pops up. White House. They put out this statement. Trump to travel to military hospital after COVID-19. Okay? This just breaking. So the White House says that President Donald Trump will spend a few days at a military hospital on the advice of his physician after contracting COVID-19. So Trump, he's to depart the White House by helicopter, all right, early this evening for Walter Reed National Military Medical Center. The White House says that the visit is a precautionary and that Trump will work from the hospital's presidential suite. Oh, they got a presidential suite there? I gotta go visit there. Which is equipped to allow him to continue his official duties. Imagine sharing a room with Trump in the hospital. I would love that.
I doubt he's going to have any roommates, man.
Oh, my God. Bay, this gurney is the best. Look at this gown. Look, even my butt looks great in this gown.
Frankly, I think this is the best gurney ever.
Nurse.
We're going to do this bigly.
Nurse. Imagine Trump walking around with the IV on the wheels. Oh, yeah. Excuse me, where's the vending machine? So before the announcement of his departure to the military hospital, Press Secretary Kayleigh McKinney, Padula, last name Padula.
Yeah.
Okay.
I can see that.
Well, McEnany. All right. She released a statement. She's married, though, right? Mm-hmm. I wonder if she would visit me in the hospital. She is. She released a statement from the president's physician, Sean Conley, there, announcing that the president was fatigued and received an antibody cocktail. Speaking of which, here's my antibody cocktail. If anyone's asking, it's just it's my urine test. This is my urine test from earlier.
You passed.
Mm-hmm. Flying colors. So, all right, with all of this, my first question, and comment below, type it in, do what you got to do. Will this help or hurt President Donald Trump overall? Bay, you're up first. What do you think?
I have no idea.
You have no idea. Mm-mm. Now, somebody gets sick. This guy's still able to do his job, obviously. Your first reaction when you heard he got COVID-19?
No.
What was it? Oh. Oh, it wasn't because all of a sudden on Twitter, you have people, good, he deserves it, blah, 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 yada, yada, yada. What do you have to say about those people? No, he's shaking his head no. Brad, okay. This information, do you think this will help or hurt him in the election of 2020?
Yeah, gosh, let's see. He's going to be locked up in a hospital room.
Here, get closer to that mic.
He's going to be locked up in a hospital room.
Right.
He's still going to have access to his phone and Twitter.
Mm-hmm.
But he's not going to be out on the campaign trail holding events, rallies, shaking hands. He's not going to be giving speeches. He's not. Oh gosh, is this going to impact the next debate? There's a possibility for us.
Because the debate is
October 15th.
15th. Yeah, next Thursday. I'm sorry, 2 Thursdays from now.
Okay, so he might be done by then. 14 days, right?
10 days.
10 days.
Yeah.
Okay, so he might be done by then.
It was 14. Now it's like 10 days.
I think I don't know, man. I'd probably go with it's gonna help him. Nah, I got to go with overall. It's gonna hurt because he needs to be out there pulling in rallies, getting people motivated, energized in the crowds in the stadiums.
What if he holds rallies in Walter Reed?
Now that would be badass.
I
Like,
can
for
see
real.
him.
Do that thing.
Going room to room.
So I've
Right.
been to Walter Reed, right?
Uh-huh.
I was stationed at Fort Belvoir for a while, right outside of D.C., and I had I had to get prosthetics for my feet. Right?
Okay.
'Cause my feet got torn up, plantar fasciitis or whatever. So I
Right.
go up to Walter Reed where they had the orthotics lab where they create the laser cut things for your feet.
Amazing.
I walked into this room, right, and the room is full of these soldiers that are getting fitted for their prosthetics. 'Cause
Right.
They're missing legs and arms and feet and stuff like that. And there's this young guy. I was maybe 26 at the time, and he was probably maybe 20, 21. And he's out in the hallway with looked like maybe a nurse or something, and he's bouncing around on his prosthetic leg. And he's like, man, look at this thing. This is badass. Like, you can adjust the tension in the spring, and you can hop, like, it's softer or harder. I'm in there getting fitted for some boot inserts to go in my foot.
Yeah.
And these guys are getting their legs and arms put together, right?
Right, isn't it amazing?
Like, man, I need to go home. Like, I'm not worthy.
Right,
Let me
not
just-
worthy.
let me
We're
just-
not worthy.
Yeah, let me just back out of here. You guys handle business.
I love it.
I'll be back later.
Walter Reed.
So, yeah, that's Walter Reed.
Hell of a
It's like-
facility, huh?
It is. That's where the rubber meets the road with military medicine.
Right.
It really is. So,
Eric. All right, will this hurt or help Trump?
Help.
Help. How so?
So those on the left see him as this over-the-top caricature.
Okay.
They dislike him on every level.
Uh-huh.
There are those that are going to wish him dead.
I saw that.
There are those that are going to hope that he doesn't, that he suffers.
Right.
And then there are those that are going to have a seminal moment where he will become human to them. He'll get the sympathetic vote from some of them. And so some of the more vitriolic comments that you normally hear from the left will be toned down because those that continue to make them will look bad. I saw a little indicator of where the left is going from the top tier political hacks on the left. They've toned them down. Why? Because they know it looks bad. Even old Dementia Joe, someone
Dementia Joe
reminded him that you should probably say, even though it's a lie, that you're praying for the president and his wife, even though I'm pretty sure he prays to Baal or Molech or somebody like that.
Molech.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll have to follow him on Twitter.
Actually, that's actually what Black Lives Matter stands for. It's Baal, Lucifer, and Molech.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Didn't they just have a supporter that came out and said she became a Satanist?
Oh,
recently?
absolutely.
She hated Trump so much she became a Satanist.
Actually, when you have ideology like that, you're already there. You just didn't know there was a name already there for it. So
Now,
Point.
Pence and the second lady, okay,
doing great.
they got tested, not negative. Biden just got tested. Do you know the results?
Still dumb.
Well, okay, all right. Negative for COVID-19.
And intelligent.
Okay. And then on top of it, now you have some people saying it's possible Trump is lying about having COVID-19 to gain sympathy.
Well, then why wait? He could have done it a long time ago.
And not only that, but look around at the White House. Every time something happens that somebody could leak to his disadvantage, they leak it. There's no way you could keep something like that a secret. If he's faking it, there'd have to be so many people in on it that there's no way that wouldn't come out.
Director and Joe Biden supporter Michael Moore has floated the theory that President Trump could be lying about having COVID-19 to prepare us and counteract his game and gain sympathy ahead of presidential election. Here's what he said there. Okay, Democrats, liberals, the media, and others have always been wrong to simply treat him as a buffoon and a dummy and a jackass. Yes, he is all of those things, but he is also canny. He's clever. He outfoxed Comey. He outfoxed Mueller. He outfoxed 20 Republicans in the GOP primary, and then did the same to the Democrats, winning the White House despite receiving fewer votes than his opponent. Well, Electoral College, Michael, come on now. It's there for a reason. So, yeah, that's what Michael Moore posted out there. Do
these guys realize that they can't just string words together? That the words need to follow. They need to be sequitur. They need to make sense. How can he say, in the opening of that, he said what? He's a dummy, an idiot, all these,
yeah,
basically alluding to low intelligence, retarded,
right?
Whatever words you want to from back in the day or whatever. And then in the very next few words, he calls him clever, canny. I'm sorry, you can't be both. You can't be a dummy and be clever. You can't be canny and be an idiot. Those are mutually exclusive kinds of things. I understand,
My father would always say to me, "Don't be stupid, you moron."
Now, there is a difference between being stupid and being ignorant.
That's right.
But
now, here's the thing, too, okay?
Just string words together. It's just blah, 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 blah.
You take a look at some of the approval polls of some of the other leaders out there that got it, okay? UK, Boris, boom. He gets it. Approval skyrockets. The leader out of Brazil gets tested positive for COVID-19. Boom. His approval upticks.
Has anybody correlated why? Is it because people think they're on the front lines once they get it? Or are they one of us kind of thing? How does that work?
Okay, let's...
You also named two world leaders that are very Trump-esque in their
very much so. Very much so.
Their populace, because the Brazilian Trump, Bolsonaro, has really galvanized his population. Considering, they have some very serious problems there, and they needed a strong leader. This country has very, very serious problems, and we needed, in a classic anthropology term, a strongman scenario. Look at Putin. He's not a very likable person from the standpoint he might kill you, but he's a strong leader because he's actually delivering what his people is asking for. And what we're seeing is this man is delivering. Following this COVID thing, his numbers are going to go up because he's going to continue to give the people what they need. Security.
Right. Okay. Law and order. Right. Tuesday was the debates. You guys watched it, right?
Yeah.
Did he look sick?
I stuck the whole...
Did he sound sick?
No,
not at all.
He looked perturbed. He looked frustrated because no one wants to sit there and be called a racist and a liar, and you just keep having these things thrown, and you're not allowed or able within that debate platform to challenge someone who just called you something that, because it stops the debate completely. If I call this man a racist, now he's got to actually get an argument together to counter what I just called him, and I produced no proof whatsoever.
Okay.
You just say it.
Eric, do you denounce the Proud Boys?
Hell no.
Me neither.
Rock on, boys.
They're not white supremacists.
No, they're not. They're the guys that are actually going to kick Antifa into twigs and berries.
Their leader is African and Cuban.
Actually, he's not the leader, but he's one of
the director.
Talking about
he's
McGinnis.
one.
Right. No, McGinnis is out of it now. He's
And Gavin McGinnis is a troublesome figure from the standpoint that,
he's not a racist though.
Well,
I listen to what he says. I watch the shows that he goes on.
Yeah, I'm not saying he is.
Yeah.
I'm saying he is problematic for an organization that wants to distance themselves from some of his former colleagues and statements. Right? Look, let's be honest. If it was a black guy who said some of the things that other people who are white say, they instantly get labeled racist. The comedy world is a great example of that. You'll have black comedians that'll get up and they'll say certain things, and they can be very edgy and take it all the way up to the line. And it's almost not even funny after a certain point, but yet the crowd doesn't want to seem like they're not cool, so they laugh along with it.
Well, I want to dig in deep in our next segment with you when we're going to focus on you and why, as a black dude, that you're voting for Trump. When I keep reading that Trump's a racist, he does nothing for the black community. It was even a topic on the debate. Okay, was race. So we'll get into that in just a moment. But yeah, as for Trump getting COVID. Okay, will it help or hurt? In my opinion, Pence is going to be the president.
Oh, you think help or hurt is a moot point because it's going to come down to that?
Let me tell you, it's going to be. This is a nothing burger.
It is.
Just like with the UK and Brazil, and it's very interesting because I look at it like this, when I have people and acquaintances and people that I like or dislike, and when I find out, they tested positive for COVID, my reaction was, man, hey, you okay? You all right? What do you need? Let me know I can help. I find it appalling to see people not have that reaction, especially when you read Twitter and oh, good. I hope he dies or slow down. I'm like, wow, damn.
At the very least, where's the basic humanity?
Like, damn, blue check verified Twitter user. Damn. Unreal.
Even when Ruth Bader Ginsburg passed away, Trump's very first comments when he
into that mic, Eric.
Oh, when the president exited the plane, a reporter informed him that Ruth Bader Ginsburg had passed. You instantly saw a man say very nice things about her. He didn't say anything. He didn't go political, anything.
Right.
That she had actually served the country very well.
Right. Strong woman, right. Yeah.
Absolutely. And so there's this basic human empathy that should be applied, particularly if you were a leader. You need to do those things. And he did it. Whether it's staged or not, I could care less. He said the right thing. Let's move on.
Yeah. All right, speaking of moving on, let's move forward. Melania, if you need smooches, I'm not scared. I got a hell of a immune system. Melania, tell you, I'll tuck you in at night. I got no problem. Is she staying there too, or is she staying in the White House?
I mean, if he does
White House, I think.
Good. If he's perfect. Okay, so he's at Walter Reed. She's gonna be at the White House.
2 words, Joe.
What's
Secret Service?
Come back.
Secret Cervix?
Surf. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That could be it. Operation Secret Cervix. Melania, let's do this. Okay.
Frankly, Joe, I think that's the worst idea you've ever had.
No. Donald, I'm doing it for you, Donald. I'm going to keep her happy while you're recovering. Pop out a kid. If I can get her pregnant.
Oh, my goodness.
With consent. I got to get a kid soon.
Well, there's all kinds of kids out there that need great loving homes, Joe. There's adoption. It does work. Just don't adopt a black kid or you'll be called a racist. Especially if they come from Haiti.
Especially if I'm running for Supreme Court, right?
Exactly.
Right. Yeah. But I'll tell you, it's interesting. I wonder if my parents would accept an adopted child. I know they would be like, oh, it's the same. But deep down inside, if I didn't pass on the seed.
The gene.
Yeah. I am the last remaining male Padula.
I have 3 daughters and no sons.
Okay.
Don't cry me a river.
That's no pressure, right?
My sisters, they have kids, but those kids' last name are not Padula.
Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about.
Dad, you had 3 girls and 1 man. Should add 2.
It's the 50% rule.
What's the 50% rule?
50% of anything can go bad. Always double up. Ammo, guns, good neighbors.
Protection.
Yeah. Well, that's probably why you don't have any kids.
Clean as a whistle.
And kids, the 50% rule. Yeah.
I gotta get a kid, though. Here's my problem. Are we gonna go into dating stuff now that we're all just dudes here?
No.
Well, if you feel the need to talk about it,
get it off your chest, Joe.
Okay. All right.
You're gonna have to enter the conversation. We need a female voice on this. Okay, good. Yeah, have a seat next to Bay. Have a seat next to Bay.
And remember, there's no crying in radio.
Oh my God.
It's the Joe Padula Show.
Bada bing.
Clarksville's conversation.